Karma, a concept deeply rooted in various spiritual and philosophical traditions, teaches us that our actions inevitably return to us, often in ways we least expect. The idea of karma is not confined to any single religion or belief system. Instead, it resonates universally, offering a profound lesson about cause and effect. When we reflect on the phrase, karma is hitting them back, we're reminded of how life's balance ensures that the energy we put into the world eventually comes back to us, for better or worse. At its core, karma is the law of moral causation. It suggests that every action, whether good or bad, creates a ripple effect, influencing not only our present circumstances, but also our future. This principle, found in traditions like Hinduism, Buddhism, underscores the importance of living with intention and mindfulness. When we speak of karma hitting someone back, it often carries an air of poetic justice, a moment when an individual faces the consequences of their actions. Consider the countless stories from real life and literature where karma plays a pivotal role. Take, for instance, the tale of a deceitful business person who cheats their way to the top, only to face public disgrace when their actions are uncovered. Or the story of someone who selflessly helps others, only to find themselves surrounded by support during their own times of need. These narratives underscore the enduring relevance of karma in human experience. One might ask, why does karma seem to operate so effectively? The answer lies in the interconnected nature of our world. Our actions create energy, and that energy influences those around us. If we act with kindness and integrity, we foster positive energy that often returns to us. Conversely, when our actions are selfish or harmful, we may attract negativity. This is not to say karma is always immediate or obvious. Sometimes the balance takes time to manifest, leading us to believe that life is unfair. However, time often reveals how the scales are ultimately evened out. Social media has amplified the visibility of karma in action. Viral videos and stories frequently showcase individuals receiving their just desserts, whether it's a person being caught red-handed in an act of dishonesty or a kind act being rewarded in a heartwarming way. These instances serve as modern-day reminders of the ancient principle, what goes around comes around. But the essence of karma isn't about relishing the misfortune of others. Instead, it's an invitation to reflect on our own actions. If we focus on living a life of integrity and compassion, we align ourselves with positive karmic energy. This proactive approach encourages us to take responsibility for our choices rather than hoping for external forces to punish those who wrong us. In relationships, karma often plays out in subtle yet powerful ways. For instance, someone who habitually lies or manipulates others may find themselves isolated, unable to maintain meaningful connections. On the other hand, individuals who build their relationships on trust and respect often experience enduring bonds. In such cases, karma serves as a natural regulator, guiding us toward authenticity and accountability. Karma also teaches us the value of patience and forgiveness. When wronged, it's tempting to seek immediate revenge or harbor resentment. However, understanding that karma operates on its timeline allows us to let go of anger and trust that justice will be served in due course. This perspective frees us from the burden of negativity, enabling us to focus on our growth and happiness. The workplace is another arena where karma manifests clearly. Employees who consistently work hard and treat colleagues with respect often find themselves rewarded, whether through promotions, recognition, or supportive networks. Conversely, those who engage in unethical behavior or create toxic environments may eventually face professional setbacks. These outcomes highlight how karma shapes not only individual lives, but also organizational cultures. Moreover, the concept of karma reminds us of our power to influence the world positively. Small acts of kindness, a smile, a helping hand, or a word of encouragement can create ripples far beyond our immediate perception. When we choose to uplift others, we contribute to a cycle of goodwill that benefits everyone involved, including ourselves. It's important to note that while karma is often associated with retribution, its true essence is neutral. Karma is neither good nor bad, it simply reflects the nature of our actions. This impartiality emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility. We are the architects of our destiny, shaping our future through the choices we make today. In conclusion, the idea of karma is hitting them back serves as a potent reminder of life's inherent balance. It calls us to act with intention, kindness, and integrity, knowing that the energy we emit will eventually return to us. By embracing this principle, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a more harmonious world. Karma is not just a cosmic force, it is a mirror reflecting our deeds, teaching us that we hold the power to create the reality we wish to live in. The everlasting pursuit of justice. Justice, a cornerstone of human existence, has been the guiding principle of civilization since the dawn of time. It represents fairness, equality, and the moral compass that governs societies. Though its interpretations may vary across cultures and eras, the essence of justice remains universal: a commitment to truth, accountability, and the dignity of every individual. The concept of justice. At its core, justice is the pursuit of balance, a state where everyone receives their due, whether it be rewards for righteousness or consequences for wrongdoings. This balance is not merely about punishment or retribution, it is about restoring harmony and ensuring that the scales of fairness are not tipped by greed, power, or malice. The concept of justice is deeply embedded in both human conscience and the laws that govern us, from ancient codes like the Hammurabi Code, which emphasize an eye for an eye, to modern legal systems that advocate for rehabilitation over retribution. Justice has evolved to reflect the complexities of human morality. It is no longer about vengeance, but about creating a society where everyone has an equal opportunity to thrive. Justice and karma. Justice is closely linked to the concept of karma, the belief that our actions, good or bad, will eventually return to us. While justice often requires a legal or societal framework to be enacted, karma operates independently, rooted in the natural laws of cause and effect. It assures us that no deed, whether noble or malicious, goes unnoticed by the universe. When we witness someone seemingly escape the consequences of their actions, it can be frustrating. Yet the principles of justice and karma remind us that accountability is inevitable. Sometimes it manifests through external circumstances, other times it is internal, taking the form of guilt, regret, or a disrupted peace of mind. Justice in everyday life. Justice is not confined to courtrooms or laws, it begins in our daily lives. It is in the decisions we make, the way we treat others, and the standards we hold ourselves to. To be just is to act with integrity, ensuring that our actions are fair and do not harm others. In relationships, justice demands honesty and mutual respect. In workplaces, it calls for equal opportunities and recognition based on merit. In communities, it requires us to stand against discrimination, prejudice, and inequality. Every small act of fairness contributes to a larger tapestry of justice. When we choose to be kind to a stranger, stand up for someone being wronged, or admit our mistakes, we are playing our part in creating a just world. Challenges to justice. Despite its importance, justice is not always easy to achieve. The world is rife with inequality, corruption, and biases that often obstruct the path to fairness. Systems designed to uphold justice can sometimes become tools of oppression, manipulated by those in power to serve their interests. These challenges, however, are not insurmountable. History is filled with examples of individuals and movements that have fought tirelessly to bring justice to the forefront. From Martin Luther King Jr.'s fight for civil rights to Malala Yousafzai's advocacy for education, the pursuit of justice has been a driving force behind some of humanity's greatest achievements. The role of empathy. Empathy is a critical component of justice. To be just, we must be able to see the world through the eyes of others, understand their struggles, and acknowledge their humanity. Without empathy, justice risks becoming cold and mechanical, focused solely on rules rather than the people they are meant to protect. When we approach justice with empathy, it transforms from a rigid principle into a compassionate force. It becomes less about punishment and more about healing, less about retribution and more about restoration. Justice as a personal responsibility. While it is easy to point fingers at systems and institutions, the pursuit of justice begins with individuals. Each of us has a role to play in creating a fairer world. This might mean speaking up against injustice, supporting those who have been wronged, or examining our own biases and actions. Justice is not a passive ideal, it is an active commitment. It requires courage to stand up for what is right, even when it is inconvenient or unpopular. It demands resilience to continue fighting for fairness in the face of setbacks. The ripple effect of justice. One of the most powerful aspects of justice is its ripple effect. A single act of fairness can inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction that transforms communities and eventually societies. When we choose to act justly, we set an example for those around us. We show that fairness is possible, that integrity matters, and that the pursuit of justice is worth the effort. justice and hope. Ultimately, justice is a beacon of hope. It reassures us that wrongdoing will not prevail, and that truth and fairness will always find a way to shine through. Even in the darkest moments, the pursuit of justice reminds us of our shared humanity and our capacity to create a better world. Justice is not just an abstract concept or a lofty ideal, it is a call to action. It challenges us to rise above our flaws and strive for a world where everyone is treated with respect and dignity. By embracing justice in our thoughts, words, and deeds, we can help build a future that is not only fair but also profoundly compassionate.